Hangman Page watching the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, they're surrounding him.
Oh, they're gonna beat up on Hangman to get.
The Elite! The Elite!
But Hangman's stuck in the middle.
Look at the eyes of Omega. Oh, they backed away, Excalibur.
And Hangman Page confused. What a moment!
Hey party people, what is up? How about that Dynamite? One of the best. What the hell do you expect? Quality television, so much cool stuff to run down from this episode. The awesome 4 Pillars segment, the ending of Dynamite with the Elite tease, banger matches, and, a leveling up of, a certain championship officially going down. Guys, don't worry, we're going to run everything down top to bottom, start to finish like we always do. So strap into your seats, buckle up, because the newest episode to get to Gabe covering this dope-ass Dynamite is about to start right. You guessed it. Haha. Now.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
So guys, let's just get it rolling first. What happened tonight at the end of the main event? First off, triple threat trios match, as we expected, absolute banger. Totally an instant classic. All 3 trios were beating the crap out of each other, and we loved it. Though it went as we expected. House of Black all rise for the house because they always win. They got the dub. It's like I said before, those guys are not losing them belts till at least like the summer. That's how dominant Trios champions they are going to be. You're not going to be able to stop the House of Black for a good minute. But matches like this, seeing people try, are always going to be entertaining and always super fun. And man, every time Kenny and Jericho were just in there, the crowd erupted. The 2 best sons of Winnipeg, they put a show on tonight. And man, you could just feel it in the air. The big match feel gave you big match outcomes. I loved it. But how about the ending of that match? Near the end, they were showing Hangman and Silver around the Dark Order beating the crap out of BC after what happened earlier on in the night in the trios match between those 2 teams. And I'm like, wait, why did they show that? I'm like, are they going to come out here? And they did at the end of the match. And they got everybody out there quickly. They got House of Black and JAS all out of there. So then when they were all beating the crap out of each other at the end of the match, I saw it, man. Hangman was in the ring. Moxley, Cassidy, Yuta, they were already just 3-on-1 advantage. Our favorite freaking cowboy Adam Page. And what happened? I saw it right in the back. I was like, yo, the Elite's trying to get on the apron, and they get right in the ring, and I'm like, yes, yes. Everyone was calling yo, that was a total Nitro ending with that cliffhanger, and it was. Absolutely loving it. Look, no offense to whatever the women are doing, but I'm telling you this right now. Anarchy in the Arena 2 or freaking Blood and Guts, give me BCC and the Elite 4-on-4. Whether it's Danielson somehow coming back, or if they somehow find a 4th member for BCC to join up with, I guess they could, but I want this so bad. And saw some post-show footage. Kenny Omega was like, dude, I don't know if I want to really associate with you because they still got storyline beef because, Hangman knocked him off for the world title back at Full Gear 2021. Hangman and the Bucks, that'll be easy because, they kind of did mend fences on top of the fact that, Matt gave the nod for that to happen back at Full Gear, and they did try to get him for the Trios tournament last year, so that's good. But Hangman and Kenny, that's the rift. That's what they're going to be building to get back together so we can get, again, Anarchy in the Arena 2. That's got to be a yearly thing. Do that with these 4 teams, Elite and BCC. Sign me up, baby. I'm loving it. All right, guys. Other stuff that happened on the show. The king of the Atlantic, Orange Cassidy, has become the international ruler of the world because he is still the AEW International Champion. Match was good. Match was solid. It's so funny, though. When Jack Jarrett first got brought in, people were like, what? This is stupid. But ever since then, he's the perfect heat magnet, and he puts on, good matches, too. So it's, the perfect medium. So now people are once again, they're damn, that was another great match. And some people are damn, Double J Jeff Jarrett was really a great signing. And he turns out he would be. Now, I gotta be honest. I didn't think Orange Cassidy was losing this match. But when Jay Lethal came in, hit, OC in the head with that award, I was like, no way. No way. Counting the ones, I'm like, no way. Thankfully, Orange Cassidy kicked out at 2. People probably would not have been happy about that. So, luckily, Orange Cassidy, he retained. He is still the AEW International Champion. 5 months and counting. Dude cannot be stopped, until Konosuke Takeshita wants to decide to come around. But until then, OC, keep killing it with your title defenses. Keep putting on banger after banger after banger every week and keep catching them straight W's. I am all for it, bro. So, guys, I was speaking about it earlier, Hangman and the Dark Order versus the BCC. Solid trios match. It was great. And, BCC, they have really easily settled into their new roles as heels. It feels natural. And that's when when people, like, a stable or guys can be good heels. We've seen Cassidy back when he was in WWE as a heel, and, Moxley when they fail with that. But it's such an easy transition. And it's going to make great for television. Honestly, they probably take out the Dark Order, like Reynolds and Silver, probably in the next couple of weeks to make Hangman even more angry so that he'll have to side with the Elite. And then we get that awesome 4-on-4, little war that I talked about earlier. And I cannot wait for it. I feel like if they're going to go two ways, though, if they're going to have two matches, I would have BCC win the first one. Since they lost Anarchy Arena last year, I would have them win that. And then I would have the Elite win Blood and Guts, in my personal opinion. But everything the BCC is doing, everything Hangman's doing, it's great. I just love how they went right from Hangman and Moxley. And they're like, all right, that reached its peak, but now let's include our factions in it and have some real freaking brutal fun. Okay, guys, so the Outcasts, they got their new, they got our official group music. Yes, I know, the Outcasts, hey, wait, isn't that like the Outsiders? Yes, it pretty much is. I still don't know who else they add to the group. Probably maybe Athena at some point. But, we saw, Britt and Jamie get some backup in front of Sky Blue, Riho, and Willow. So I'm wondering if since they picked those, I'm wondering if those three are going to be their backup. And that's how you get the 5-on-5. I don't know. Maybe they could be doing double Blood and Guts matches this year. I guess they could. I don't really know. I mean, personally, just because the story would flow a little better, I'd rather see BCC or the Elite inside Blood and Guts or wherever that's gonna go. But maybe once all these women get their sides evened out, it'll be totally easier. Who really knows? Just gotta wait and see. Progress is progress. So, hey, Willow's on TV. That's always a plus. Okay, guys, so basically QTV is TMZ, if you haven't really noticed. That was literally like a TMZ parody. It was alright. Love how they worked the freaking actual Wardlow breaking in situation into a work. So, that was great. It's weird, though. It looked like Aaron Solo was the only... is this a factory thing that they became the QTV? Because Aaron Solo was the only original dude there. No Nick Camarado... and nobody else. So I'm wondering if Aaron Solo is the only one that's sticking around for that. But honestly, I was barely even paying attention to that whole segment. I was paying attention to whoever that fine woman was, who was in that room. I was like, damn, who's this woman? Who's this fine ass secretary looking woman? She's smoking. She was honestly the only part of that whole segment I was paying attention. But overall, the first segment felt alright-ish. We'll see how it goes. Powerhouse Hobbs has to have a dominant reign as champion. That's how we get, the TNT title back to huge prestige. He's a big dude. He has to be a dominant champion. Like I said, we cannot have him and Wardlow bouncing the title back and forth like Sami and Sky did last year. That will not go over well. They know this. They tried that. Just have Hobbs. The QTV stuff, that's below Hobbs being the dominant champion over the next 3-4 months. So, first segment done. A little weird, but see how it goes. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, you guys, we're going to close out with the way Dynamite freaking started. What an absolute moment. If you've been watching AEW since the very beginning, being in so many other you guys, that was a moment. First of all, the Rebar Mitzvah, that was freaking hilarious. Just before everyone all came out. It's all you anti-Semitics, clap your hands. Come on. Dude has no filter, and it's seriously hilarious. And then when Jungle Boy came out, I was like, yes, called it. I said that he was going to be next. But then Sammy showed up and I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, we need one more. And boom, here came Darby. We literally had a 4 pillars summit. We've talked for years. These are the 4 pillars. These are the 4 pillars. These are the 4 pillars. They've all had they've each won championships, but MJF's the only one that's won a world championship. But then again, I get, Jungle Boy's the only one who could say he's a tag team champion, but either way, point is that this was an absolute moment, and Tony booked this for Double or Nothing. Sammy Guevara, MJF, Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, fatal 4-way for the world title. This isn't any indication that AEW has been doing right over these last couple years. Then, what are you doing? They have been doing great, and it's all been leading up to this. All these guys, future world champions in future years. This is just about MJF proving font. They've each tried to be saying it in interviews, and even MJF after he was world champion. But this is the match to finally prove who is the true best pillar. And this whole segment was hilarious. Every single one of them did great on the mic. My favorite part might have been the MJF being like, "Oh, you all got some MJF Meshuggah up in this bitch." It was a whole riot. I can't even pick a favorite part. It was all great. But like I said, one more time, this was a moment in time. And damn it, this is a dream match here for AEW. Because it's the 4 top guys in the company right now and in the future going to be beating the crap out of each other and destroying each other on the mic week after week before we get to Double or Nothing and that awesome fatal 4-way. No, that's what you got stirring in your head, Tony. So book it and take my money. Okay, you guys, that is Dynamite. It was super dope once again, but we are not even close to done. We still got another episode of SmackDown coming up this Friday. Zayn and Jay are they going to have some sort of face-to-face confrontation or have to fight each other. It's not fun stuff to even think about more of our dogs fighting. It's not right. Will Kevin Owens finally, come around and, we'll get things going to WrestleMania for that tag match? Because, we are 17 days away. Will Cody probably show up again? Most likely. And, Drew and Sheamus to determine the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental title for Gunther at WrestleMania 2. So that most likely ends in a no contest. So we can get our banger triple threat match. Guys, you're not going to want to miss SmackDown on Friday. You're not going to want to miss any of the rest of these shows because the Road to Double or Nothing is just off basis on the stuff that we just got tonight. That's going to be awesome. But the Road to WrestleMania is literally almost 2 weeks away from ending. And WrestleMania is almost here. And I've already bought my tickets to the show. I got my popcorn. And I'm ready to sit back and watch all the action go down. Pure cinema movie storytelling. So remember to like, subscribe, and also then when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe. Alright guys, I will see you after everything that goes down on SmackDown on Friday. Hope it's Uzi. I swear.